So hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and this is a series of a book where the book's name is you have seen in the screen. So this is the fifth program of that book, and I want to cover as many book as possible, but I am just taking the first easiest book which I can think of and wanted to start with this. And trust me, this is the fourth time I'm recording this video, and if I fumble a lot is because of my frustration right now, because of my mic, everything. So let's begin. So the program is Zombie Dice. What the program is basically a program simulator where the players are zombies and they will try to eat human brains as much as possible. Then how this program will be played is like we will have a cup which will have 13 dices onto it. Then the dices will have brains, footstep and shotguns on their faces like we have in Ludo. And every die will have two sides as footstep, and there will be a color coding of dice. So a green dice will have more sides with brains, red will have more sides with shotguns, and the yellow will have even split of brains and shotguns. Now how it will be played? What are the rules? So player will randomly draw 3 dice and he will roll on the table. He will see how many, and every time he has to roll only 3 dice, not 2, not 4. He will count up the brains and shotguns. Okay, it's as simple as that. How many brains he got on the dice, how many shotguns is in there, and the 3 dice. Basically, from 1 to 3, it will be there, and then 3 shotguns if he has in his bucket in the turn, and he will be dead for that particular turn. Then the points will also be 0. So 0 to 2 shotguns, that means he can either play or he can stop that particular turn. He can count up his brains, and that will be his points. But if he wants to play next, means again he will have to pick up the die which has footstep on it. So that if he has 2 dice which has a footstep on it, he has to pick those dice and then take only one more die from the cup. And once any player has reached to 13 brains, then all the other players will have one more chance to play. If at the end of the game, the player which will have the more number of brains will win. If there is a tie, in any case, there will be a tiebreaker round between those two. So that is a game actually, and you don't have to build that game from scratch, because if you see, this is the first chapter. So let's just see what kind of a coding logic was there for us in the chapter. So if you see this book and if you see the coding one, the first part was given to us. In this one there was a class MyZombie, and in the book is clearly written that we don't have to understand the class part of this code as of now. So it just copy paste it for us, and there is a method or a function, you can say. One will be the init function, that's a name, we will assign a name to the zombie, and second is the main function, that's called the turn function. So what he will do on that particular play or particular turn, it will be written inside this function. So if you see, let me just take the highlighter. I don't think so highlighter will work. Let me take the laser. Okay, so this will be a dice roll result. It will be a dictionary where it will store the roll results, what number of, basically what was the value on the faces of all these 3 dices. We will have, I will skip this part right now. Let's go ahead. So what we have to do in this, we have to perform 5 classes of 5 kind of a logic, where each of our zombie bot will do a different kind of function, or will stop at different kind of interval. So the first bot will be a random bot. He will just 50% chance, and on his mood, if he wants to continue, he will continue. If he wants to stop, he will stop. Second bot will be stop rolling once he gets more than 2 brains on a particular turn. Okay, not like throughout. So every turn he will count up the brains. Same, the third will be stopped when he has gotten 2 shotguns. And a bot that initially decides to roll from 1 to 4 times, that means he will play till 4 times, but it will stop early if he gets 2 shotguns. And a bot that stops rolling after it has rolled more shotguns than brains. Now will come, this is the one where we will do the counting of brains. If he has got more than 2 brains, he'll stop. So this is the one, okay. And he is destined to be failed, because to win you have to have 13, right? So this is the logic, and it's pretty simple. While the dice roll results are is not none, basically all the there still have dices on the table, on in the cup both, and he will count up the brains. He will see if the brains value is less than 2, we will again roll, or else we will break. Now we will go to the second one, where we will do the same operation but for shotgun. We will see if the shotgun is less than 2. If it's less than 2, we will go again to play, but if it's greater than 2, we will stop. I mean, it's basically if we have only one shotguns, we can play. Okay. If he has 2 shotguns, he will stop. So my zombie round 1. So basically, this will be a random zombie. He will have 50% chance. For that, we have written random.randend 0 to 1 equals to 0. If it's 0, it will play. If it's 1, it will not play and stop his turn. Then it's 1 to 4. The person who has first pre-decided, I wanted to go and play 4 rounds. But if he sees more than 2, if he sees 2 shotguns, he'll stop. Well, that's the code for it. Basically, we have to return a value. You can go from 1 to 4 or 4 to 1, okay, because no Lakhan here. So yeah, he will see if the run rack count is greater than 0, and after every run he will decrement the count. He will see it here. If the shotguns are under his radar, he will roll it again, otherwise he will break. So the last one is very simple. We just count both brains and shotguns. We see which is the greater one. If the shotguns if the player have less shotguns than brains, he will roll. If the player has more shotguns than brains, he'll stop. So, and how you will call? This is your class. These are your methods. Okay. So these are the 5 methods which we have written, and we have this names, okay, which will be going in the first method, and this is the examples. This is the actually running code. Okay, this is actually running code which is there in Zombie Dice. So these are the predefined bots basically, and these are our player bots. And then to run it, we have 2 things: Zombie Dice run tournament. So from this, it will run in CLI. It's not very user friendly. You will not see anything except the end result. And this is a Zombie Dice where it will run the web GUI. And we will see the web GUI, how it will run. So we'll first go to the path where a Python is installed. We will place this program there. But because if you are doing it the first time, just do it like that. So it will make sure that your program runs, and then you will launch the program. And let's see how the web GUI link looks like. Okay, we have for you the web UI basically. So here, if you see the run 1000 means it will run for 1000 times. So, but just for making it a lesser runtime, we will have this 500. So we will play 500 games basically, and this we will click. Then we will begin the tournament. And if you see, the games are already begun, and it will close soon after. So as you know that the major part to play this game is you control your shotguns, right? Like you don't want to get killed, and this is why the Shotgun Pro and Until 2 shotguns will work. These are the ones which are from the game, and these are the ones which we have written. So I think once you write the code, you will be able to see it more easily. Let's go to the end of this video. And yeah, so you have seen it here. Here we have run for 1000 times. In the live simulator, we have run for 500 games. And that's it, guys. Thank you very much, and please wait for a minute. So I want you to subscribe this channel, like, and press the bell icon. I am just requesting you for this because this is my first series where I am trying to solve the solution of the book, and if it works, I will be coming up with hell lot of solutions, and it will be beneficial for all of us, especially for me. So I just am kind of greedy here and asking for your help. Thank you very much.